Okay, welcome back to another live stream. And in this live stream, what we're going to be doing is pretty much starting where we left off last time. And the thing we were doing last time was trying to compile and build the engine from source, Unreal Engine 4 from source through GitHub. And basically, it was a mess. I was failing left and right, it was taking forever. But today, I was finally able to compile it successfully without any kind of errors. So let's go ahead and open up Visual Studio. And I'll go over the errors that I was getting two errors really, and I saw that one of the errors is a very new bug, like specifically with like the latest version of the engine, and it should be patched in the next available update. So this might not be a problem for people later on. But I want to kind of just go over the two issues that I had. So the first one was a metahost.h file not being found. And the solution is basically we needed to get a .NET Framework SDK. And I wasn't sure which one to get, to be honest. So here's my modified Visual Studio. I have 4.61, 4.62, and 4.72 SDK. Might not be necessary to have all three. You might just need 4.7.2 or whichever .NET framework is maybe latest. Like I also have checked here 4.8 SDK in the starting pack. All these could be unnecessary. You might just need to get the latest. I was more better safe than sorry kind of thing. And some of these components automatically will download some of these stuff for you, but just to be safe, just download a couple. Just if you get this error, metahost.h, no such file or directory. That was the solution that worked for me. I'm going to link this into the Twitch stream chat. And I'll also include that in my tutorial when I do make a tutorial on this. I might do this tomorrow or over the weekend. I don't know yet. But that was the first error that I got, and that was my solution that worked for me. The next issue was a more complicated issue, and it's the one that is a bug with the engine. So this was the fix that I found. The issue really is that the MSVC building tool. So let me go over here. So MSVC version 1.4.2. When you automatically when you get, I believe, the game development with C++ or the Universal Windows Platform development, whenever you decide to download these two different workloads, it will automatically install MSVC v1.4.2 and then in parentheses v1.4.23, and that is a problem currently as a bug in the latest version of Unreal Engine. When you're trying to compile from source, you're going to get an error. And I believe, what's the error? The type file? Or type info? .h? Yeah. So the error that I got was specifically typeinfo.h, similar to the last error in that in no such file or directory. And yeah, this was the Epic Games thread. I'll post it in chat as well. This is the thread I was following. So basically, the first answer is this is a breaking change in v14.23 toolset, which is discussed here. And then you follow this thread. You'll get some information here. But eventually, this comment, basically trying this answer from Technomag, this one did work for me, which was thank God kind of thing. So the solution is this. Basically, you have to update the build configuration.xml, and you can find that easily. You got to go to local or wherever your users is, find your user, go to app data, roaming, Unreal Engine, build tool, configuration.xml. I gotta open this with Sublime Text. And you basically gotta paste this information. The most important information being Windows platform, compiler version, and then the version that you want to use. So by default, you'll find this information under Unreal Engine. No, you'll find it under Program Files 86, Microsoft Visual Studio 2019, Community, VC, Tools, MSVC, and you'll have these two folders. These are the two versions. You got 14.23.28105. This is the one that is bugged and not working for this current version of Unreal Engine 4. So you got to make sure you have 14.22 point something. I assume you're also going to have 0.27905. So basically this one right here, you want to download 14.22 as well. Just so you see it. So you just take that folder, how it's named, and then you go into the XML and you paste it in exactly like that. So you basically take this code, update the platform version in there exactly. I will paste this as well into the chat. Might not look like the best, but you should be able to just copy and paste that into your build.xml. And then from there, all you have to do is go into Visual Studio, right click. First, go to Properties. You do not want to start building yet. What you want to do is you go to VC++ directories. And for me, it's set up correctly because I already did this. But what you might see on your machine for like include directories, reference directories, library directories, whatever, all these directories, they might be set to edit, but you should be able to, there should be an option for inherit. So you just make sure that all these inherit, and then you right click, and then you build. And for me, after it was all said and done, it worked. I got build successful. And the best news was that I got under engine, binaries, Win64. I have Unreal Engine 4 editor.exe. So that's where we need to be. But first, we need to use the Unreal Engine 4 selector, register, registration successful. Now we should be able to continue where we left off. Let's see. Unreal Engine 4. Compile engine from source. I think we should be able to get the wiki. Yeah. No. Is this the same article? Downloading. Let's see. Running? Where's that original documentation? Do I have it bookmarked? Setting up Visual Studio. Don't know. It's probably not this one. No. Let's see. Unreal Engine 4. GitHub engine. Let's just see what that gets. No, this is next steps. Build the engine from source. Yeah. Okay. Let's just assume I can't find that article. So all I know is Unreal Engine version selector. We set that up, and now we should just get to editor.exe, which should be towards the top. I actually didn't try this before, so let's see if it actually works. We should get to the project thing. Okay, it's opening. So far, so good. We should get to where we can start create a new project. I probably want to, yeah. This is probably where I want to save it. So you should have that directory memorized. But I was super happy that this was eventually successful. I actually reinstalled Visual Studio from scratch. I re-downloaded it again from GitHub, the Unreal Engine source. But I eventually got it, so I'm a happy camper. So we're just gonna let this open. I guess it takes a while the first time, so we'll let it do its thing. So since this was successful, well, I won't say it's successful just yet, but once this opens and we can create a project, I want to start. I don't know if I want to start with Unreal Game Sync or if I want to first download the Ability System plugin. The plugin probably will be easier, so I might want to do that first, just because Unreal Game Sync is gonna be a whole monster, but I don't look forward to that. So probably just to give myself peace of mind, maybe I'll start with the Ability System. Let's see. But I'm kind of glad I was able to. I am building the engine from source like this. It was a good learning experience. Um, basically, like I didn't learn. Well, I learned some things, but I don't know. It was just good to do it. um, Being able to troubleshoot, because myself, I'm not like by all means a C++ programmer or anything. I'm kind of familiar with Visual Studio, kind of familiar with C++, at least in the context of Unreal Engine 4. So it's nice to start doing deeper things like this, like compiling from the engine and from GitHub and doing stuff like that instead of using the Unreal Engine launcher. So, good stuff. Okay, we're in business. We got the Unreal Project browser. We want to make a new project, of course. We want C++. We want to start this off with C++. We want a C++ code base. And I know, at least in the top of my head, I want to make this game a third-person game. So I think that's the best template to start with. So with starter content, yeah, maximum quality, desktop, console, of course. Now we want to create a new directory, so we'll do game development, Unreal Engine, new folder. What do we want to call this? Collaborative project, I guess is what I'm going to call it. And then the actual project name, I don't know. This is the hardest part so far. I don't know what I want to call this project because I don't want to. We're gonna have to rename it eventually, but we'll just call it Hero. No, I don't want to call that Hero. I don't know. Crap. Fine, we'll just call it Hero. Now we can create the project, and now I should close Visual Studio because it's gonna open it up again. There we go. So I'll let Visual Studio open up. Let me close off the Unreal Engine selector. We don't need that open. So now we have Collaborative Project Hero, and now it's making all this stuff. So now we have our Visual Studio. Bueno. Now we should have the editor opening in a couple minutes. Maybe less. I don't know. Well, I do know it should open, unless they want me to open it from Visual Studio, which I doubt. Something's happening. And while we're waiting, I guess a quick shout out to we want to if you want to, there's a Discord server related to all these streams and to these in the project that we're doing, and my channel and S-Fun's channel and future channels of other collaborators. So you haven't joined, it's called Indie Game Development. I will let's see. Set this link to never expire. Share this link with others. Copy. I'm going to drop it into the chat. Feel free to join the Discord server. There's a couple different channels there. You have stuff on 2D art, 3D art, audio, game design, level design, blueprint scripting, C++, things like that. Okay, so I don't think the editor is opening, and that might just be because we want to build. So it's building a couple things. Shouldn't take too long. Well, it's definitely doing a lot of stuff. I really hope it's not building the engine again, because I might have to dropkick somebody. Because if it is doing that, then I'm gonna stop it, and then we might just have to open up hero.u project here. Thought it was gonna automatically open it when I created the project, but we'll see what happens after it gets over the 41, because if it starts doing like a 3,000 queue task, that's no bueno. So we'll see what it's doing. Okay. It's not doing 3,000, so I guess we'll let it do its thing. Get rid of notifications. What else? Not much else to talk about. I've just been very sleepy lately and kind of lazy. But I'm trying not to be lazy anymore. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, we're almost at 81. Okay. Creating a make file. Okay, now I swear to God, like if it's splitting up with like 3,000 tasks into like 130 like different sections, I'm gonna declare that as not cool. But we'll just build it. If nothing happens when this finishes, then we're just gonna open up via the U project file. So nonetheless, we're gonna open up the actual editor. And it only took us 2 live streams, so you know, I don't want to brag or anything, but you know, it's pretty good. But I do promise, well, I don't want to promise anything, but I do want to say once all this crap is done, like all of the legwork, I don't know how you would want to call it, but all the setup and everything. Once that's done, things should be moving more smoothly, or maybe, I don't know. It depends on what you're interested in, but the topics might get pretty good. Like actually building a game and blueprints, C++, everything like that. But for now, we will suffer through this together. This one's almost done. Okay, now it's still doing some more, so that's cool. Ugh. Ugh. I probably made a huge mistake. Knowing my luck. Ah, 71 now. God. Do do do. Mm-hmm. I guess this is the. I don't know. Like, I feel like if I was more of a. What is it? There's the introvert and extrovert. If I was more of an extrovert, maybe I would have more interesting things to say, but I'm more of an introvert. I don't know. All I do know is these two videos, the previous live stream and this live stream, they should be going up to YouTube tomorrow or maybe tonight. I know one's ready. I would just need to make a thumbnail or something. But this one, I know I kind of want to upload them at the same time, just so there's a complete arc for this section. I don't want to put one video up and then have it end the way it did, where I didn't get a solution, and then you guys have to wait another like 24 hours before the next video. But then again, not many of you are watching, so it might not be a big deal, but that's just what I prefer currently. Yeah, alright, I'm like 100% sure this build is unnecessary. I should have just opened up the U project, but whatever. I'm gonna suffer the consequences and just let it do its thing. Unreal Disaster Recovery Service. Ugh, 92. What's that tool? Core temp. Let's see what the CPU temperature is. 68 degrees. It's cooling down. That's nice. I was worried the other day about this. Oh, 147, what the hell? Oh, okay, getting sidetracked. The other day I was looking at something other, I think this tool. What's the name of this tool? Specky? Or Speci? This was saying my CPU temperature was like 120. And I was like, how is that possible? Let's see if it'll do it now. Because the other one, the CPU temp or core temp, saying it's like 60, something like 60 degrees Celsius. And that's normal. And this was saying it was like double, which is not normal. So I really want to know if it's going to say it again, if it's going to finish analyzing. Oh, this build's already been taken. Oh, build started. Oh, so much stuff is happening. Yeah. It's saying it's 130 degrees Celsius. What is that? That makes 0 sense. So, I don't. I'll keep this tool. I'm gonna unpin it. We don't need it there. Oh, these numbers keep getting higher and higher. I don't. I'm straight up not having a good time with that. Let's see. You know what? I really hope. Well, while we're waiting, let's type in Unreal Engine 4 down install or yeah ability system plugin. Let's see what information we get here. I think this is the basic info. It might walk us through it. Okay, this tells us what it is. This is Harry. Because the gameplay system exists as a plugin, you'll need to opt in to use it. This is easy to do. Okay. To get the full range of capabilities, okay, then we just need to add those dependencies. And then what? Do we have to recompile? I swear to God if we gotta recompile. Gameplay abilities, gameplay task, gameplay task. Okay. That's not a big deal. That's pretty easy. Okay, I will keep that open because we want to do that. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, it's done that. Okay, now it's got more. What else? Nothing really interesting happened to me today either. I've been lazy about not going to the gym, I know that much. I tried waking up this morning at 6:30 and I woke up and I was like, fuck this, and I went back to bed. I'm gonna try again. I really need someone to like punch me in the face really and just tell me to go to the gym. I have really bad self-motivation, so I need like, I don't know, someone to punch me in the face. But I've been cooking and eating decently healthy. haven't. Well, obviously, I don't eat fast food that much anymore. I could go for Taco Bell. That's the one thing I miss. Well, I miss a lot of things from America, but that's the first one. But on Friday night, I should be going out to this place that has a good Reuben sandwich, so that's something I'm looking forward to. Reubens are the best. I'm gonna go crazy and ham on it. And then maybe on Saturday I'll go out for dinner. I don't know. Treat myself to another date night for myself. Next paycheck, I gotta get a second monitor. So before that, I need to check to see if this monitor, the current monitor I have, can be plugged into a different slot and still work. Just so I know that dual monitor will work okay. That'll be the worst if I just buy a new monitor and I can't use it or use one of them. I think the one I have right now is a 27-inch. Yeah, I think so. It's pretty good. And then once I have the second monitor, I think I'll be fully set up. Okay, so it did something. Reflection code generated. Oh, I did read something interesting today. I think it was on like an Unreal Engine community post on Facebook, and they kind of talked about because there's like a default material billboard icon of like a dragon or a raptor. I think people think it's a raptor, but I believe it's a dragon. And they said how like the actual history and the roots as to why it's like a raptor or a dragon. And based off my memory of what that post said, it said that I guess back in the day, Tim Sweeney was working with, I forget, some other person, and they were and the guy was like built like a game using assembler code, and it was like one of the first like 3D kind of games, and basically it just showcased in this world like some sort of landscape and a dragon flying above. And during that time, Tim Sweeney was developing what would then become the first Unreal Engine. So that dragon kind of became the mascot of that original Unreal Engine, and so legend has it that's why it that default material billboard of a dragon is a dragon. So there's your fun fact. Thank me later whenever you're on like a quiz show and that's the question they ask you. Okay, so we've been going for 1,000 seconds. So that's like what, 15, 20, almost 20 minutes. We're almost there based off the visual that I'm seeing of this progress bar. So, this was such a mistake. But this is what this stream is for, making mistakes. Am I right? I guess. Better to make mistakes here than in your professional work, I guess. And all I know is when I do have to set up version control and Pure Force and Unreal Game Sync, I'm gonna do a terrible job. That's gonna be something that's gonna take a long time to master. So be patient with that part. Also, Jenkins. I don't know how to set up automated builds and all that. I still got to download Jenkins. I should do that soon. Okay, this next one is taking a while. It's really taking its sweet old time. That's cool. I ran out of things to say. I gave away my one anecdote that I learned today. Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler if Visual Studio started doing something. Oh, there we go. Called it out for being a bitch and it started doing something. That's how you get stuff done, boy. But now it's doing night. Ugh. Oy vey. I'm very disappointed on how long this is taking. That'll be very upsetting if I have to. I don't think I have to do this like every time. If I do, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, very upset. It's the only real way to say how I would feel. Light mass. I'm curious how well it's gonna build lighting and everything. Oh man, I wish I had enough money to buy 2 computers or like multiple computers and have like a light mass like swarm farming setup. Have a few PCs just used for building light. But not in this life. Not yet, at least. We'll get them next time. Okay. Ugh. Every time I see a number like over 100, it gives me a migraine. I don't know how to count. What else is there about gameplay? I already know a pretty good amount about gameplay abilities, but I'm also taking a Udemy course on it, and I also bought a new Udemy course for making a battle royale game, so that's gonna be freaking sweet. But yeah, this doesn't really tell us much. This stuff I already know. Basic usage. It's pretty easy to use. Gameplay attributes. That's something I gotta learn. Creating an attribute set. To create an attribute set, inherit from your attribute set, and gameplay data. Okay. Category attributes. Data. Gameplay effects. Also, something else I need to learn. I need to learn a good amount of information on like debugging tools. Just I don't know, that kind of stuff interests me. Being able to properly output different data onto the screen in interesting ways, effective ways, just to make hopefully people's lives easier. What was I talking about? Debugging tools. Well, since we have the source engine and we have C++, we should be able to do a lot. I just don't know much about the documentation. I don't know if there's a lot notated about what you can and cannot do with debugging and things like that. Like I know how to debug in Blueprint, but that's really not nearly as complex as we might need to have for some debugging tools. It also really depends on the game we're going to make. That's a big factor. Okay. So the build succeeded. Not going to do that again. Let's go into this folder, open up the U project, and let's just open it. Once and for all. So we got Hero 4.23. Oh, another thing that's going to be very difficult is when a new version of the engine comes out, I don't know how to update it correctly, and make sure the project still works, break anything, or if it breaks anything, how to fix those things, etc. But that's a problem for a different Devin. That future Devin's going to have to deal with a lot of crap. Present day Devin is just chilling, so let's see, 91%. Just don't get stuck at 91. There we go. 96. And oh, yes. We're in. Celebrate. The one person watching, I think that's Sonya. We did it. We got the engine open. We're good. So, now that we have this open, I personally like to keep my stuff up here. Let us play. Oh, yeah, we're playing. Okay, so that was a success. That was the first objective, being able to build from source, and we did. And we made a third-person project, C++, and we got ourselves running around. One thing I do want to try is compile. Let's just see if that works. This might be loud because of the noise it makes when it completes, so I'm just going to lower this down a little bit for myself. It might be loud for chat. Let's see how long it takes to compile C++ code. And that's it. Compile complete. No errors. Yes. Okay. We're good. Next, let's go into project settings. Let's just set up some basic crap. Project thumbnail we don't have. So we have gameplay tags. That's good. Maps and modes. Movies. We don't need to do any of this packaging. Let's see. Description. Let's start here. Description. No. Project name. We'll just call this collaborative project. And I guess we'll try to do either once a month, once every 2 weeks, update the project version. We might start doing this once we get version control working, if we do get that working, which I hope we do. Company name. Right now I'm calling some things. What was I calling it? Generic game company. We'll change that later. Homepage, we don't have that. We don't have that. Copyright notices, we don't have that. Display title, we'll just call this hero. Debug title info hero. Okay. Use borderless window. No, that's fine. Let's see. Maps and modes, we don't really have anything just yet. We'll get that started soon. We don't need to do that, any of that. I think there's a default. I don't know if it's in the project settings, but let's type in input. No, what I'm trying to figure out is when you launch the game, like your mouse, you need to click and then you're in. I forget what that's called. I gotta look it up. My memory's not very good. UE4 need. Whoops, that's need to left click to get control. Let's just say that. Starting with mouse control without clicking. This is exactly what we're looking for. Those messages are default. Blah, 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 blah. Is there any, so? Aha. Show mouse control label. So editor and preferences. No. Is that literally just the messages? Let's see. Yeah. Not very useful, okay. Okay, game gets mouse control. This might be more what we want. Yes. Maybe. Hi-yo! Yep. Cool. That's nice. Okay, so now, let's get the ability system plugin. And then we should be good to go. So edit plugins. Ability enabled. Plugin game abilities is a beta version. It might be unstable or removed without notice. Please use with caution. Are you sure you want to enable plugin? Yes. Restart. But like the documentation said, we need to update. What do we have to do? Enable. Okay, to get the full range of the system, add gameplay, add public dependency module names. So we have to do that. So let's open the editor, but then we got to open up this thing, and then we got to build. I think we could just do. No, we don't want to rebuild. We want to just build, and it should just do the file that we changed and any of its dependent or whatever I want to say dependencies. So we got that. Close. Visual Studio. Is it under Engine? Source. What's the name of the file? Project name.build.cs. No. Oh, no. Ah. External? No. 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 Let's see if we can find it in here. Okay, so it's source hero build.cs. Okay. We gotta add gameplay abilities. So let's just copy that. Core object engine, input core, headband display. Okay. Save. Don't need that. Now build. I hope this doesn't take another like 20 minutes, but if it does, that's fine, I guess. I have no say in the matter. It's not really doing anything, but you know what I always have stuck in my head? I have that beginning noise from uh, the Eiffel 65 song Blue, where it's like, or it's like, and he's like, yo, listen up. Here's, that beginning noise is always constantly in my head. And I gotta like stop myself from like singing the rest of the song. And it usually happens at work, and I don't want to bother the people next to me. So I gotta use all my willpower not to start singing that song, because I know that's gonna drive somebody up the wall. Okay. I don't even know how to check if I did this right once it compiles, if it compiles correctly. I guess, well, okay, that'll probably be easy. I can just try to make a gameplay ability. So we'll try, okay, we'll call that a success. If we can make a gameplay ability, then we know we did it right. And then from there, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of design talk, a lot of architecture talk on how things should be set up, how they should work. I don't know how deep, though, we should go into that stuff without prototyping some crap. A lot of back and forth, a lot of cleanup. It's going to be a whole thing. I would like, I don't know, by the end of this year, 2019, I don't even know. I would like to have, by the end of this year, like the project ready to just actually get started to be working on. I don't even know if that was the correct English, but I just want to be able to hit the ground running in 2020 and do work. I should be able to do Control F5, right? And that should build and open the editor. Literally, since I just built, yeah, it should take like a second. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Do we got it? I don't know. Okay. Editor opens. Cool. Now I know project settings. Yeah, so we got gameplay effects parent. I think that was one of the stuff that we would get, right? Or am I just not remembering what it was? Because I know we have tags. So tags, that's gonna be fun. That was already a thing though. Okay. Let's see. Gameplay. I'm just let's see. Um, gameplay. Gameplay ability blueprint. Boom. Okay. And now gameplay ability. And let's just see if it looks like how I remember it should be looking like. And it does. Okay. Um, so we got gameplay effect, cooldowns, triggers, cost, um, replication, tags, event, end on ability, activate ability. So we're good. We got all these ability events, apply effects, check ability cooldown, all this stuff. So we're in business. We did that correctly. So let me delete that. Delete that folder. Okay, so now we have the basic project set up and ready to go, I think. We got the ability system. We built the engine from source. Now it's just a matter of Um, doing Perforce, Jira, Unreal Game Sync. Ugh. I'm just thinking about all that is really giving me a headache. Maybe while we're here, I don't want the stream going on for too much longer, but let me research Unreal Game Sync. Does it tell me how to use it? What is Unreal Game Sync? For programmers, blah 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 blah, developers, blah blah blah, creatives, blah blah blah, quick start, or using and install build. No, that doesn't seem right. Unreal Game Sync, quick start, opening a local file. That's not what I want. Reference. How to access Unreal Game Sync? Maybe that's the better question. Using install build. Okay, Unreal Game Sync. Doesn't really tell me. To learn about this, go to the overview guide, and this is the same exact thing that we were just at. Let's see. Since I have the engine, is it under engine plugins? No. Source programs. Unreal Game Sync. Okay. Installer. Ah. Unreal Game Sync. Do I have to okay. Close out of everything. Deployment. Okay. We have something. The latest version of the documentation can be found here. I swear to God, if it's okay. That's just Unreal Engine 4 documentation. But what? That doesn't help. That's cool. Exit out. Unsupported. This version of Visual Studio is unable to open the following project. The project type may not be installed, or this version of it may not. Okay. I guess we need to install something. Okay. I don't know why I started this. I should have saved this for some other time. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Okay, we'll give it a couple minutes. It's not taking that long. You know when you get like a pimple kind of like on your nose and it hurts, it's like very sensitive? That's what I have right now. And I'm not liking it. Okay. I feel like this is definitely gonna be a very, 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 very complicated thing. I don't know anything about servers and my SQL. I used to do website technical support, but I wasn't. I was like the frontline guy that didn't have to do any back end server troubleshooting or anything like that. Thank God. Okay. Ugh, this is just installing stuff. Okay, once this is done installing, I'm done. I'm done for the night. I can't. I'm too tired. I need to sleep. I need to wake up early. Your boy's sleepy all the time. I want more energy, but I don't want to drink Red Bull. So I guess I'm stuck. And I don't want to do any cocaine or anything either. Like, I do have a cup of coffee in the morning, but that's in the morning. Like, I should be. I'm starting Polish language lessons soon. Oh, another thing to be in my head. I got like I'm not like obviously English is my native language, and I'm not fluent in any other languages really, but I got Polish in my head, I got Serbian in my head, I got Hungarian in my head, I got some Spanish in my head, I got some Japanese in my head, I got like too much stuff in my head. And I gotta like I don't know. I gotta do like a wipe. I gotta like clean out the trash. Because at this point I forget. I have really bad like short term memory. It's like in one ear, out the other. It's no bueno. It's not very good. But that's showbiz, baby. The show must go on. Okay, we're at 61%. Nice. I'm glad. I'm not streaming video camera because I'm just standing up in my underwear dancing like an idiot. So nobody needs to see that. Maybe that'll be like my 1 million subscriber special. I'll dance half naked. That'll show them. Okay, 63%. 73, nice. I guess it likes my beatboxing. Ow. Everybody. Ah. And we got what else is happening in the world? I'm not really paying attention to anything anymore, especially what's going on oh no, that's what I wanted that. Hold on. Especially what's happening in the US and everything. I don't even know. That whole Donald Trump impeachment crap. Barely following it. Just watching what they have on YouTube. But, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm just running out of things to say. Trying to fill that dead air. I used to have to fill in dead air when I was doing technical support. That was the worst shit ever. Like, you'd be on a call for an hour and you have to, like, if you have like 20 seconds of dead air, they yell at you for it. Like, the management. Like, it's on their list of stuff. It's like, oh, can't have dead air. You gotta make conversation. You gotta build rapport. And, nobody, I just don't, I don't know how I did that job for as long as I did. That was seriously like some of the worst days. Like I liked my friends, I liked where I was living, but the job was not good. And I hope if you ever have to call technical support, be nice to whoever you're speaking to, because you know that goes on both ends. Be nice to people. Whether you're calling technical support or you're working technical support, just try to be nice, because like you don't know what the other person's going through. Because I know, like, when I was doing technical support, the phone would beep, and I would have a mild heart attack because I don't know what the hell I'm about to deal with. It could be a nice person, it could be an like an old lady who has no idea what's going on. It could be some angry dude, it could be some angry woman, it could be it could be anything. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I could talk. I guess I can say what I was doing because nobody's really listening anyway. Like, I used to, when you have to answer the phone, at least for my job, I was working for AT&T. So you'd have to answer the phone and be like, "Thank you for calling AT&T. My name's Devin. Uh, who am I speaking with today?" And they just be like, fuck fuck this. This is broken. And you're like, "Okay. Well, sorry to hear that. Let's get that fixed for you right away." And then, either they calm down or they start getting angrier and you don't know what you're going to do. So that's that's how the dice roll. Okay, so the installation has completed and we're actually able to open up the project for Unreal Game Sync. So that's good. Do I know what to do from here? Absolutely not. But that's where we're going to end this live stream. So stay tuned. I should upload the previous live stream and this live stream. I'm going to do that tomorrow, I believe. I just got to make some thumbnails or whatever. And then this weekend, I'll make a tutorial on the different ways to install Unreal. So we'll do the tutorial in that same tutorial. I don't know. Should I set? I'll have to think about it. Should I separate them into two separate tutorials? Should I make a tutorial strictly for compiling the engine from GitHub source code and then a separate one from just doing it from the Unreal Epic Games launcher? Or should I just do both in one video? I think separating them two is going to be better, so I'm leaning towards that, but I'll get other people's opinions. And then, in the meanwhile, I'm going to try to do as much research on Unreal Game Sync as I can, because we have the source code for it. I just don't know if I need to build it and then we got it, or if I need to do anything special. So hopefully there's good resources on that. So thanks for watching, and have a good night.